everybody. Hi, everyone. Hello, everybody. Hello, everyone. Hi, everybody. Hello, YouTube. Hello, Instagram. So let me just get this rolling. Hello, YouTube. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Life's Journey with Benedicta. If this is your first time joining in, this is Life's Journey. We're here every Saturday to talk about topical issues, events happening in our environment. We try to take a cue from them, learn from them, and see how we can, learn one or two things from this event. How we can use this event to make our lives better, how we can use this event to navigate the course of our journeys through life. So this is Life's Journey, and if you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, it is youtube.com/Tastebudz. So hello Scott White Official, hello Albo Lozobot 10, thank you for joining in. Longpair001, hello. Ade_Wale24 join. Thank you for joining in. And for all those on my YouTube, thank you for joining in. And on today's topic, we are going to be talking about parenting out of wedlock. Should we encourage parenting out of wedlock? It is a very, very important topic, and I want to hear your opinion concerning it. Should we encourage single mothers to go ahead or rather, should we encourage women to go ahead and have children out of wedlock? If a woman has come of age and she is financially capable of taking care of a child, but has been unfortunate, or rather, she doesn't even want to get married. You see, here in Nigeria, we often believe that every single woman after the age of 30 is probably single because she doesn't want to get married. That is the general belief, that is the general notion. But do you realize that some women really do not want to get married? I have met a couple of women. They have never been married and they really do not want to get married. It has nothing to do with not being able to find a suitor, but they just do not want to get married. They want to be in relationships, or rather they want to have a relationship, but they don't want to sign all that documentation, putting it on paper that they are married. And sometimes we find these women wanting to start a family. Whether we like to accept it or not, we have a lot of single mothers now in our society, unlike how it used to be 10 years ago. So this has made me decide to do this show. Plus the fact that a lot of Nigerians were out there celebrating Rihanna's pregnancy sometime last week. Whoa! I wasn't surprised because I know Nigerians love to farms. But then apart from the farming, I also noticed that we are now having a new breed of Nigerians. We are having a new generation where people are beginning to embrace single motherhood. The society we're living in now, we are finding that we have a lot of single mothers. Some people might frown at it. Some people might pretend that, oh, it is evil because they are not single mothers. They've never experienced being a single mother. They never pray for anyone around them to be a single mother. But I'm here to tell you that, do you really know that some women do not want to get married? They don't just want to be tied down with that whole documentation. Oh, he's my husband, I'm his wife. If there is a divorce, we start fighting through the whole divorce battle, child custody issue. Do you realize that in a situation of a single motherhood, in a situation whereby a woman has a child outside wedlock, that child, according to the law, belongs to the woman. Legally, that child belongs to the woman. It doesn't mean that the biological father will not have visitation rights, but it just means that the mother has the free hand to raise her child the way she wants to. These days, I'm seeing a lot of women saying, I want to have children. I have the financial prowess. I have the financial capability to have children, but I don't want to get married. So what do we have to say about this? I don't want to call it a new trend. What is it we have to say concerning this new trend? Should we encourage it? Because we have different categories of single moms. We have some single moms that became single moms not of their own choosing, but they became single moms because the man in question, or the man they got pregnant for, bailed out on them at the last minute. Some became single moms because they became widowed. Some became single moms for so many reasons. But we also have single moms that chose to be single moms because they have come of age. They want to enjoy the feeling of being a mother. They want to experience what it feels like to be a mom. But because they haven't seen that Mr. Right, should they continue waiting until they find that Mr. Right, until they become menopausal? Should they wait until they find a Mr. Right before they become pregnant? We have a lot of cases where women now go to the sperm bank and get artificially inseminated, and they get pregnant and they have children. And then we have women in relationships, serious relationships, that end up getting pregnant, having a child, and telling the man, look, you can visit your child, you can have a role to play in your child's life, but I do not want to get married. So should this trend be encouraged? Is there anyone here that thinks, Sean_led says, come to UK, there are women who don't even want a child. They just get a dog. Everybody has the right to live their life how they see suits. That's the ultimate human right. Exactly. Sean_led, absolutely. I understand exactly where you're coming from. Human rights allows us to have the freedom of choice, the freedom to live our lives the way we deem fit, as long as somebody else isn't paying the bills for the choices that we make, and somebody else isn't being punished for the choices that we make. We have the right to decide exactly how we want to live our lives. But I am discussing this coming from the background that we are in. We are in Nigeria, and we know that customarily here in Nigeria, we believe that at a certain age, a woman is supposed to get married, she's supposed to start her home, she's supposed to start raising children. If she doesn't get married, she is not supposed to start making babies. That is what our customary laws tells us here in Nigeria, or rather, that is how our customary laws has been forever. And even the churches have imbibed this, or rather, the churches also propagate and promote this practice. Women should not have children outside wedlock. Men should not have children outside wedlock. But fortunately or unfortunately, we are seeing a shift in the way things are done these days. Like I said earlier, some women find themselves becoming single mothers, not out of their own personal choice or decision, but it just happened. Life happened, and they had to make the best out of it. Personally, I think that women that find themselves in this situation, or women that have chosen to live their lives like this, should be allowed to live their lives the way they deem fit. We shouldn't frown at them. We shouldn't make them feel like outcasts, because you are not in their shoes. You don't know what they've been through. You don't know what their story is. I know a woman that was not physically abused as a child, but she was mentally abused because she comes from a family where the father used to hit the mother. She grew up in a home like that. And she said she was never going to get married. She was traumatized. So she was abused mentally, not physically, but she was abused mentally. She said she was never going to have a child. We went to the university together. She's 42 years old today. She has 2 boys. She has 2 boys from a man she's been dating forever. Unfortunately, the man is a married man, okay? She knew what she was getting into. It was her personal decision. She wanted to have children for a man that was married because she said, in her own words, she doesn't want to be pressured into marriage. You know, when we were in school and she was saying this, I used to say, girl, you're going to outgrow this. You're going to get over this. You're going to have a change of mind. She's doing very well financially. She has 2 boys. She doesn't rely on the father of the boys to take care of them. She said it and she did it. She said she was never going to live under the same roof with a man. She was, when you talk about trauma, she was traumatized mentally as a child. So would you look at that woman and judge her? You don't know her story. You don't know her story. And so it is unfair for us to just look at someone and say, oh, she's a single mom. She must be a slut. She's a single mom. Why is she a single mom? You don't know what people are going through. You don't know what their mental state is like. So it is unfair for us to judge them using our own standards. Do you understand? It is absolutely unfair for us to judge them using our own standards. Some people chose to be single moms. Some people just found themselves to be single moms. Life happened. Look at Rihanna. I want to know why Nigerians celebrated her pregnancy so much. If it were a fellow Nigerian woman that was pregnant out of wedlock, are we going to be celebrating her like that? I want to ask you guys, because I am beginning to see a divide in our societal structure. A societal structure that is riddled with hypocrisy. Oh, a successful woman, a celeb that has billions of following and a fantastic fan base. She does something that, according to our own customs, according to our own traditions, we consider as wrong. But because she is financially successful, because she's financially successful, she is popular, she's a celeb, everybody's celebrating. Oh my goodness. Oh, Rihanna. Congratulations, emoji. I love. I'm like, hello. Come on. If it was a girl on the streets or a girl down the streets that we all know has a regular day job, 9 to 5, struggling to make ends meet, if it was a girl like that decided to get pregnant outside of wedlock, I don't think she'll be celebrated like that. People are going to look down at her. People are going to talk down and all of those things. I want us to start having a rethink as a people, as a nation, as a society. Some of these single moms do not deserve the way they are being treated. They don't. Seriously, they don't. You don't know what people are going through, you know. You don't know what their story is. You don't. So you can't judge them. We shouldn't judge them. I want to see a Nigeria where every single mother would be celebrated, irrespective of her marital status, irrespective of her decision to get married or her decision to raise the child alone. Because, like I always say, it's not every single woman out there that is single because she didn't get a proposal from a man. Some women are single because they do not want to get married. They don't want to get married. And some have been married, they've been there, they've done that, and they don't want to get married again. Now they just want to live their life. They want to be single, but they want to experience the joys of motherhood. I think these women should be given a chance. And most importantly, they should be allowed to live their lives. Let us learn to face front, mind our business, and stop talking down, you know, because I have seen where people really bad-mouthed single moms. This is my friend in person I'm talking about. Even among our friend circle, I know how they talk about her sometimes. And sometimes I have to come out of my way and say, guys or girls, this is wrong. It's her decision. If she doesn't want to get married and she's raising her 2 boys, why talk about her like this? Because she's a single mom, because she has decided to be a single mom, doesn't mean you are better than her. It doesn't mean you are more righteous than her. You know holy past how. You know holy past how. So I think we should actually start letting people be, allowing people to exercise their human rights. As long as you're not paying their bills, as long as they are not infringing on your space in any way, you should let them be. Rihanna was celebrated. Let every single mom be celebrated in Nigeria, irrespective of their marital status, irrespective of their social standing. You know, you don't have to talk down or make them feel bad. Sean_lead says, psychologically, a child is best raised in a home with father and mother. I agree. But a loving single mother is better for a child than a domestic violence family. Perfect. Sean_leads, you just took the words out of my mouth. A child is better off being raised by a loving mother than being raised by an abusive parent. Father, mother fighting each other every day, watching this child, you know. I remember the last years of my previous marriage. I remember one day when I got hit. My little child was there, the youngest one, she was there. And she started crying, she started screaming, and she ran. The first thing she did, she put on the Yamaha piano. There's a Yamaha piano I bought that they usually use for their piano, for their music lessons. And there's the auto key where you can just turn the auto keys and then different classical composition just starts playing. She ran and she turned that piano to the highest, and the whole house was filled with the sound coming from the piano, and she closed her ears and she was crying. That scene never left her. Many years after that, she still told her principal in the school that this was the reason why she was crying, because she was crying and the principal asked her, why are you crying? What happened? And she still narrated something that happened like 7 years ago. And then she was just 6 years old. I will never forget that day. That was the day I knew I just had to move out. I don't want my child or my children to ever witness a scene like that. No child should be raised in an environment where there is violence. It is best.
We can't hear you on Instagram.
I don't know.
Did you mute it by mistake?
No. And I don't know. Nobody is saying anything here.
We can't hear you. Bookie2 called me. You might have to restart that video. There's no audio.
And the audio is full.
Check the link, press audio, anything there.
Sorry, can you guys hear me? People on Instagram, can you hear me? If you're on Instagram and you can hear me, oh my goodness. No one is saying anything. Like, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Or is it from your end?
No, nobody can hear you.
Are you serious? Huh?
I couldn't hear you too.
Can you hear me? I heard that my audio is not good and the audio is full here. Book is short.
To tell you that your audio is 40. We can't hear you.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. And I don't know what to do because right here, from here, I can see that.
Audio is back.
I think it's the network.
Your audio is back now.
Oh, thank you so much. So, like I was saying, we should not judge single mothers. If they choose to be single moms, we should respect them for their decisions because we ought to encourage people to exhibit their human rights. Some women chose to be single moms because they were abused mentally, or they are coming from a broken home, or they are coming from a home where there was violence. I gave an example of a friend of mine. We went to university together. She said she wasn't going to get married because of her experience as a child. Her father used to hit her mom repeatedly, and she grew up in that home. And I used to tell her that, look, when you grow, you might have a change of heart. Today, she has 2 boys out of wedlock. She's doing so well financially. She's taking care of her boys, but she's not married. And it's dawned on me that it's not every single mother you see out there that is single because she didn't get a proposal. Some people got series of proposals, but they decided not to get married based on personal experience, based on the kind of childhood they had, based on the kind of trauma they went through. So it is unfair to see a single mom and then you make jest of her, you laugh at her, or you feel you're more righteous than her. You don't know what their stories are. You don't know. You don't know what anyone is going through. Some people are single moms not because they chose to be single moms, but they are single moms because the man that impregnated them bailed out on them at the last minute. Some are single moms as a result of a bad marriage. Some are single moms because they got widowed. And some are single moms because they are financially capable of raising a child. Their biological clock is ticking and there is no Mr. Right. I am sorry, I am not hypocritical, but my own 2 cents. It is better you are a single mom than marrying a man that you know that you are not compatible with. If you can pay your bills, you can take care of the child, you want to experience the beauty of motherhood, and your eggs are freezing, you're not getting younger. We have some women that are 45, 46, 40 years old, 42, they have never had, they have never been proposed to, but they want to experience the joys of motherhood. I don't believe that they are going to rot in hellfire because of that. They are not wayward. They are responsible people. Do you know how many women that go to sperm banks to get artificially inseminated, to get pregnant? Times are changing. The world is changing. The way we do things now is not the way we used to do things before. Look at Rihanna. Look at how she was celebrated. Oh, Rihanna, emoji, we love you. Oh, Rihanna is pregnant. Oh my God, I'm so excited. If it was a girl, a regular girl that works 9 to 5, that lives down the street, that got pregnant and she wasn't married, would our reaction have been the same? Would we have celebrated her the way Rihanna was celebrated? I see hypocrisy in our society. There is a divide between how we perceive the haves and have-nots. Because Rihanna is financially made, Rihanna is a celeb, she has billions of following. So how we treat her pregnancy news out of wedlock is different from how we're treating the pregnancy news of a regular girl on the street. That shouldn't be the Nigeria that we are now in. You know, we should move past this. Godwin Louis 85. Let me invite you. So we are not encouraging, I am not endorsing promiscuity. I'm not encouraging women to be wayward, but I'm encouraging people to live a happy life and take care of their mental health. Hello, Godwin.
Hi, how you doing, Tastebudz?
Fine, thank you. Thank you for joining in. I want to hear your take on this. A lot of single mothers are being persecuted every day.
You have actually said it all, Tastebudz, seriously. And we live in a society whereby sometimes you hear people talk, their sense of reasoning. To me, I feel, where are they coming from? What are they saying? We live in a society whereby people who tend to always, we are quick to judge other people.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you can hear me. Can you hear me?
Clearly, I can hear you clearly.
Okay. We are quick to judge other people. Like what you said, you don't know what people are going through. People go through a whole lot.
Yeah.
And your example on how Nigerians, the internet went boom, celebrating Rihanna.
Exactly.
And I was asking myself, but we see people get pregnant every day, you know, and people, who is her husband? Is she married? And she's pregnant. So she wants to give birth to a bastard. You know, things like that. You know, things like that. Even when all these ladies, when they get pregnant, they are scared to go to their family or their friends. People will start deserting them.
Or the church.
Them.
The church. They stop going to church.
You know, they stop even going to church because I don't want daddy or the pastor to preach me today that I went to go and, you know, have a boyfriend, or I didn't come to introduce an husband or one guy to you know.
It's crazy.
So please, Nigerians, I mean, people have deemed me to be a bad person because I follow Daddy Free. Some of my family members are, you know, they think my sense of reasoning now. You know, I'm a devil.
Welcome to the club.
I mean, sometimes I celebrate myself. And when I'm in a gathering, I tend to I'm not always quick to talk. I look and observe. When I see people are dancing, I try to give them Z. When they are saying Z, I give them A. And for that, people
They want you to follow the norm, you know.
They want you to just
Whether
follow
it's
the
right,
norm,
whether it's wrong, just follow the norm. They don't want to think
Absolutely, that's what they want.
outside the box.
That's what they want.
It's a sin to think outside the box.
There is nothing to say, Tastebudz. It's for us to keep encouraging them out there. If you're a young lady out there, I mean, the examples you started already, I owe them as a kid. I have a sister who got married at, she was 34. My kid sister was 34 when she got married. She just got married like 6 months ago. So many times at night, when I go to visit her in my family house, she'll be crying like, my cousins, my friends, some of them are getting married. When will I get married? You know, and I'll be like, it's gonna be okay. You will be fine.
Exactly.
Who told you that? Who told you won't get married and you won't be happy?
Happy.
Who told you marry this? Who told you?
Marriage does not complete you. It doesn't. People don't understand. You need to. It
It's not
doesn't.
even a guarantee for you to be happy.
Yes.
It doesn't make you happy. We've seen people who are married and the happiness is not there.
Exactly.
We've seen people who are married at the same time. I mean, so you know what? But if we keep saying this, it will be as if we're encouraging people to just go and give birth to babies out there, and
I get you.
People shouldn't miss it at all. People shouldn't miss it at all. So thank you for what you're doing. Thank you for, whenever you come on live, I'd like to listen to you.
Oh,
like
thank you.
And all I can say is God should, more wisdom to what you're doing.
Thank you so much. Thank you. We just have to keep encouraging each other because our mental health is key. And a lot of people are going through so much and we don't know what their stories are. You can't use your own personal experience or experiences to judge what someone else's life, the summary of their life is. You can't. So we should just try to accommodate each person and, know where they are coming from and support them,
Absolutely. Absolutely, Tastebudz. Absolutely.
Thank you so much. Thank you for joining in. Thank you.
Wow.
You too. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Thank you.
Okay. Okay, so you'll sign out. Yes. Try to sign off. So, okay. So that was Sean_Leeds giving us his own 2 cents, giving us his own opinion of what he thinks about this, Bookie underscore Sote said we should be careful. Exactly. We should be careful how we judge others because we don't know what they are going through. We don't know what their story is. They say he who wears the shoe knows where it pinches. So you cannot use your own life circumstances to decipher what the next person is going through. So that is it on today's life's journey with Benedicta. I want us to be more receptive towards people and what they are going through. I want us to show more love, be more understanding, just be there for them. Be their brother, your brother's keeper. Show love, listen to them, be supportive, do not be judgmental. Nigerians, let's stop being hypocritical, let's stop being judgmental, let's just be there for one another in love. When we do things out of love for one another, our intentions become genuine. We genuinely begin to care about what people are going through. And only then can we genuinely show them love, and give them the support that they need. So to all the single mothers out there, you all rock. You are doing a fantastic job. Don't ever let anyone make you feel like an outcast. Don't ever let anyone make you feel like you made the wrong decision, because they are not in your shoes. They do not know your story. You alone know your story, and you alone are walking that walk. So, I can't read all the comments on the YouTube page, but please kindly drop your comments in the comment section. Let me know what your experiences have been, the stories you've heard, the advice you can give to all the single mothers out there. Being a single mom is never easy, but if you chose to be one, keep rocking. Show your child or your children all the love. Give them all the love that they need. Being a single mom and raising your child in a home filled with love is way better than being in a violent marriage or in a violent relationship and raising children in a violent atmosphere. So take care, everyone, and see you same time next week on Life's Journey with Benedicta. Bye-bye.